Hey y'all, it's C, and welcome to our very first episode of Couch Talks with C. So, majority of you all are new here, so I'll first start off by saying I am very excited to finally be kicking this off. But I've spent more time being nervous than anything. And I mean, if you ask me, I probably would say that I'm nervous because I'm up here by myself. I'm used to just talking with my friends, new people that I might come across, whatever the case may be. So being up here by myself is hard to just like focus on me talking. But it's cool because we're not going to be doing this much longer because y'all going to come join me, right? So I have created me a few bullet points just so I can follow it to stay on track. But this won't be a favorite thing because your girl is growing, but we're going to keep it a buck, right? All right. So a few things about me. I am a hopeless romantic. I am sensitive. And I find beauty within the chaos because if anybody knows CC, I'm dramatic. But I mean, what's life without being dramatic, right? So I'm going to let you all know a few fun facts about me. Number one, I am the oldest of 5. My favorite color is pink, if you can't tell. Okay? Fit check. And the third fun fact about me, I used to act. Can y'all tell? I think I'm quite an actress, honestly. That's what I would say. All right. So I just want to, introduce my professional background. So my professional background, whenever I entered college, I was really confused on what area I wanted to study in. So I talked a lot with my advisor, and she kind of shifted me in the way of psychology, which was cool. But I went to one class and I was like, no, like I didn't like it enough to study it for 4 years. I felt like I wanted to focus more on how others impact us. So that's how I navigated my way into sociology. And from there, I got a bachelor's in social work, which I did put to use for almost 3 years, working with the homeless population. And I recently stepped away from it last November. And I have navigated my way into the healthcare field, where I eventually plan to become a hospice nurse. So by the day, I'm a healthcare girly. On the weekends, I'm assisting the elderly. And then by the nights, I'm sitting here focusing on chasing my dreams, which I really have struggled with because it's hard to come home after working a full shift. Like, you are tired, like I am human. But this is something that I really want to dedicate myself to because it's bigger than me. I just feel like we need a space to talk and make everyone comfortable, because sometimes we hold things in because it's like, does this make sense? Am I the only one thinking this? But half the time, somebody else out there needs to hear exactly what you are feeling. So that then gets me into how this all came about. The podcast did not form overnight. It started on a cold, windy day. No, I'm just playing. It started on the campus of North Carolina Central, chopping it up with my homegirl, Tori. Shout out to Torian. I used to talk about this all the time. Like, I would take my phone into the caf, prop it up. We would just talk about random things. Like, I have a whole folder in my phone of us like having random conversations in the cafeteria. And we probably was looking crazy because why are 2 girls just talking to the caf? We really should have just been eating. Like, what are y'all recording? I also used to do voice recordings with my mom and like ask her questions about how life was with her raising me as a young mom and things of that sort. So we did a couple episodes, but we were giggling most of the time. So it was nothing that I ever felt the need to release. But anytime I would discuss with someone like, this is what I want to do, everyone would be like, it's you, like it's natural. But I never felt inclined to just start. And I feel like that's because I questioned myself a lot. But here lately, it's been like more like on my back. Like, no, like it's meant for you to do it. Like, this isn't just a thought. This isn't just a dream, or it's deeper than that. It's a passion. So that's how I kind of went on and birthed it. And I will shout out my cousin because she decided to randomly wake up one day and just share my page. And then I was like, okay, now I got to post. So here we are. So shout out to Aaliyah, Tori, my mama, and my brother, because He know what he doing because y'all do not know. I do not know what I'm doing when it comes to technology. I have been struggling, y'all, struggling. I don't know how to edit. First of all, I don't know how to work a camera. I just started posting pictures on Instagram, honestly. And yeah, I'm old for real. So those right there are going to be my growing pains, but we're going to get there. So y'all work with me, bear with me. Let's see. When it comes to my podcast, I do have a few short-term and long-term goals. It'll be more than just something that you all sit back and watch and listen to. I want this to really be a go-to, something that you're like, man, I'm ready for Sunday episode to drop because I'm trying to hear X, Y, and Z. Or just a place where you come where you need to hear something funny or uplifting or something that's soul stirring. Long term, I want Couch Talks to morph more into something that's community based, something that brings people together. Especially with me being from a small hometown, it's really important for me to focus in on allowing people who I grew up with, or people who I may not have heard from in a long time, to really express themselves in different ways. Whether you have a business, whether you're a young entrepreneur, anything where you're trying to grow yourself and give back or put yourself out there, I want to highlight those things. So I'll do live shows, I'll have guest panels, I'll do a visual series, which this is how this is starting now. And I eventually plan to navigate my way into just a listening series, because I do understand the different age groups. Everybody doesn't want to prop their phone up or cut their TV on and watch a YouTube video. Some people are more like, hey, I'm gonna cut you on while I'm on the way to work, or while I'm in the gym, I'll throw my headphones in and listen. So any way I can reach everyone, that's how I want to navigate over a period of time, because we got to start with the basics first. Structure of the show. Whenever I do show days, I will record during the week. On Wednesday, plan to introduce this on my Instagram page. It'll be called Wind Down Wednesdays, where I'll pretty much go live, and it'll give my followers an opportunity to kind of check in, tell me how everybody's doing during the week, things that might be on your mind heavy, things that we might be noticing going on around us in our cities, things that y'all might just want to highlight, and it'll give y'all the opportunity to throw that out there to me, because although I have already planned out what I want to discuss each episode, I'm willing to change those based off the morale that I'm getting from you all. So it'll keep us all in a two-way conversation, because I don't want it to get to a point where you all are just hearing me talk, because that can become boring. So I do want to give you all the opportunity to have a voice in this as well. So when it comes to the podcast, as of today, it's just me talking. But on other weeks, it will be guests, it'll be experts, it'll be creatives, people with stories, friends, relatives, whatever the case may be, that I'll pull them in because I feel like, hey, you might be an expert at the topic that I'm talking about. Come and shed light on it, I'll do Q&A so that I can stay connected to what you all want to hear. Ways that I'll stay connected: I'll be on Instagram, I'll be on TikTok, I'll be on Facebook, and I'll be on YouTube. YouTube will be the main platform where the full videos will be posted. That's how we're going to start it off. We're going to see how it goes. You all can tell me what your feedback is regarding that. TikTok will be more used for just uploading reels and small little snippets, things to kind of get your mind working. And then Facebook, it'll probably be more of verbiage, like me just giving updates, hey, this is what's going on. It'll just be updates, ways to just keep people in the loop of what's going on, because each platform is different, and the people who are my friends on there, they respond different to different things. Instagram, it'll be I'll probably keep everybody in loop of with pictures and discussing the I'll probably do a lot of behind the scenes just so people get a feel for me outside of just me being on the camera. I do want to touch back on challenges that I face. I feel like when you're trying to embark on something bigger than yourself, you enter into this state of like imposter syndrome, which can be bad because there are days that you might just want to quit before you even get started. Like just the thought of like, man, that seemed like too much. I don't have the energy today, or like, I don't feel like diving into it like that. And that can hold you back so much because you have to like, it has to be bigger than you. Like to pursue something, you have to take self out of it because self is tired, self is drained, self doesn't want to do X, Y, and Z. And that alone will put you back 10 years. If you know, you all seen my post on Facebook, this started 8 years ago, y'all. I was in college. I was a freshman in college in 2017. We are in 2025. In my notebooks, I have over like 100 notebooks where I done started things, and it's like, okay, yeah, I don't want to talk about that no more, and I just get rid of that notebook. Or I'm randomly like, when I would travel back and forth from school, I would be on a train ride. I'm like, let me throw this thought in here, and then it's like I just going about my day. So by the time I look at my phone, I have like over 50 something notes where I'm starting an idea and then I'm getting away from it, and that transpired and took over time, and now we're here 8 years later, and it's like, oh, now I'm finally going about it. Which, not to say that I'm disappointed or that I regret anything, but it makes me think like, if I would have started then, where would I be now with it? But I truly believe it wasn't meant to start then. Life was different then. I was younger. I was doing too much. I'm always doing too much. I'm always like pulling myself 100 different ways, but I truly feel like my focus wasn't where it needed to be then, and also I didn't have as much knowledge as I have on life to really sit down and talk about certain topics. Let's talk about the butterfly in my logo. It wasn't just for looks. If you know me, you do know that I have a major thing for butterflies. One of the things that I always say is butterflies to me, the way that where their eyes sit, they're unable to actually see themselves. And I always say, like, you know, somebody can tell you like, you're beautiful, or you're great at what you do, or your content is this, or anything that somebody can tell you. If you don't actually feel that within, it's kind of like null and void. So I feel like when it comes to butterflies, they don't see the beauty that we see when we see them. So we see these vibrant colors, we see these big wings, you know, whatever the case may be, and they just come and like, you know, they kind of just pop up randomly, and they have like an aura about them. So I feel like a butterfly, it represents transformation. It represents new beginnings. The whole process that a butterfly goes through before it gets to that part speaks on kind of how life is. Like, life comes with a whole bunch of highs and lows. Whenever something is in a cocoon, you don't even know like what it's going to come out and be. So I feel like right now with this, we're kind of like in a cocoon. Like, we're like, you know, we cooking up. I'm so ATL. I'm showing my age. I'm definitely showing my age. Okay. But yeah, I feel like right now we're in a cocoon with this whole podcast coming to life, and down the road we'll see the beautiful things that will come from it. So it might look a little dull right now, but just wait on it. Just wait. So the beauty in things truly does take time. So with this podcast, every episode, every story, every lesson, it'll be an additional wing that eventually will grow from and will become something big and vibrant. So I did ask my followers for a few questions that they had for me. So some of those questions that I did want to highlight. One person asked me, how am I doing? And I truly appreciate that. I'm doing well. I'm growing. I'm happy. I feel fulfilled whenever I wake up in the morning. I feel like I actually have a purpose. And I'm in a good space. So I'm doing good. And that's major for me, because a couple years ago I might not have been able to say the same. So I'm doing good, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that y'all are here. Another question that was asked was, on days when my world feels like that is crashing down, how do I navigate that in ways other than God, of course? And I would say I'm really big on journaling. I love to write. Most people don't know, but I do write poems, which are also in my phone. I'm telling y'all, if somebody took my phone, y'all probably could really take off with it, because I got some $1 billion dreams up in there for real, but that's neither here nor there. But I say I'm really big on journaling, or reading, or sleeping, if we're being honest, but don't sleep anything away. But I'm really big on writing out my problems. I call it brain dump, like where I kind of just come in and just scribble down everything that I might have been feeling that day, whether it's like, hey, I'm mad, or hey, I'm confused today, or hey, today was all over the place and I'm drained. Just a way to, like, I feel like when you see something, you're able to kind of connect with it and feel it in a way. So I'm really big on journaling. I feel like that gets it out. And I feel like if you don't like to write, I also just talk it out. Like, clearly I'm a natural yapper, so y'all know I be talking about my days whenever my world feels like it's crashing. Another one that someone asked me is, how did I feel about filming my first episode? And scared, questioning myself, asking myself, did I get myself into something that I was not ready for? Did I bite off more than I could chew? And I can say, like, finally sitting down and being behind the camera and just kind of going with it. I mean, now I'm happy. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of ready to see what comes from this. But like, whenever I even posted the date that I planned on my first episode dropping, I was like, bruh, like July 20th, like, girl, you got a lot of faith in yourself. That's what it gave. But it also gave me a drive, like, yeah, we got work to do. So that's how I feel. Ways that I'll be showing up is I'll constantly hold myself accountable, because I want to constantly grow. I want to keep on challenging myself, and I'm a woman of my word. So if I say I'm gonna do something, I like to see it out. So this is me sticking out with something that I knew from years ago that I wanted to come to fruition. So this is myself. This is me holding C accountable. So before I wrap this up, I know y'all gonna miss me, but before I wrap this up, I did want to leave you all with this. Why is it so hard for us to start things? You know, we get stuck in our heads, worried that we're not ready, worried that other people might not care to listen. But starting is very powerful. Starting is brave. This podcast is not going to be perfect. I do want it to be very raw, uncut. I want it to be me. Like, I want you to feel like you're here with me. And I feel like when you start and you're real and you're authentic, that's more than enough, because you're showing up wholeheartedly. So whatever you've been thinking about doing, just do it. Just start. Get some type of willpower within yourself and put yourself out there, because you never know what may come from it. And you starting might make someone else start something that they've been, something that they've been sitting on. So, I believe that we're all here for a purpose bigger than just existing. So, just talk to yourself and find some type of motivation, cut on your favorite song, and go on about it. Also, I wanted to just state, hold on, because I think I went past it. Why did I choose the name Couch Talks? I feel like whenever it comes to a couch, it's like a safe space. It's where we cry. It's where we laugh. It's where we may eat our favorite snacks. We might sleep, spill our best tea on the phone with one of our homegirls, whatever the case may be. And I wanted the same energy here. I wanted you to feel like, hey, I'm just kicking my feet up and we chopping it up. That's what Couch Talks is about, is just keeping it a safe space, somewhere where you can just sit down, plop down, whatever you need to do, and we just talk, you know. And eventually we're not even gonna know that this camera is here. Like, we're not even gonna know that's here. Y'all gonna be telling y'all folks like, man, I was sitting on the couch with Cece and they were looking at y'all like I was crazy. But that's okay, because I'm not here to judge. But so I just want to again thank you all from the bottom of my heart for supporting me. And I'm not gonna lie, like, the support has really been overwhelming, because I don't know what I thought was gonna come from it, but you know, I thought it was gonna be more low key. But the amount of messages, the calls, the DMs, like, of people like interested on talking and so forth, that has been like so rewarding, because it's like, okay, we're starting something here, you know. And clearly people want to talk, and I love that. I love when people want to talk. Okay, I love when people want to talk. But I'm really glad that you all are going to be sitting on the couch with me, and I'm excited to see where this takes itself. This will constantly change. The visuals will change. The colors will remain. You're always going to see some pink. You're always going to see some type of pink. But other than that, things will change, and I just want you all to kind of stick it out with me. Give me feedback. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, because I love opinions. So I'm excited, and share this with a friend. Let somebody else know to tune in. Follow me on my socials, which I will be sure to drop, so that there's no confusion on what to follow. But stick it out with your girl. Be sure to come back next week for more laughs and healing. Until then, keep blooming. Later.